Hello. It is Saturday. What day is it? Let me see. It is the 10th. It's the 10th of January, you guys. And I've been for a couple of days. My husband and I had our wedding anniversary, 27 years. Hopefully, this is not messing up too badly. I feel like there's a lag. So, you guys tell me if there's a lag. We seem to be having kind of a funky storm rolling in. Let me know if there's a bad connection. So we went just for a couple of days and stayed in. Joe says, yes, there's a lag. I'm like, can I? Okay. It looks like it's a little bit better. Okay. So anyway, there's a storm rolling in. We're supposed to get snow tomorrow. Sometimes that interferes with my internet, and also Asher uses microwave tends to interfere. So we were out of town for 2 nights. We went and stayed on the beach, did just sort of a safe, just drove there, stayed in a condo for a couple nights, and just walked a lot. I walked on the beach. We went to a state park and got a lot of steps in, drank a lot of water, and then we just sort of decompressed a little bit. We've got a lot going on, as does everyone else. So it was good for us to just go talk. And while I was gone, I'm frozen again. While I was gone, I had Brandy said my mouth is not matching my words. Well, what are you going to do? I don't know. Tell me if it's worse and we'll just do this another time. But while I was gone, I had to moderate quite a few comments on here that were politically motivated and disturbing. So that was different. And my take on that is, well, I can quit my channel because there are some ugly people out there, or I can just push forward. So I spent a lot of time removing comments and blocking people, and it is what it is. I don't know why. I mean, I'm talking about losing weight. I don't know why I have people messing with me, but I think we just have angry people right now. And I think that maybe YouTube is a place to vent, even if it's just venting at the redhead who's talking about counting calories. So, oh, good. Heidi says it's better. Okay. Hopefully Asher doesn't go start streaming or something upstairs. So I wanted to come talk to you guys. It's so funny. We're in week 2 of January, and I'm seeing a lot of people doing really, really well on whatever plan they're doing. They're adjusting to that. And I'm actually seeing some people quit because they're frustrated. Now, let's just talk about that for a second. Number 1, 2 weeks is not long enough to give anything that you're doing. I don't care what you're doing out there. 2 weeks is not long enough. Okay. So if you've had a couple weeks and week 1 was like, oh, this is great and easy. And then week 2 is like, oh, I ate over my calories or my points or whatever, my macros or whatever, and I can't do this. And I'm stressed because this last week was very stressful, especially for, I don't want to say especially, but it was stressful for those of us in the United States. I'm sure there's all kinds of stress going on worldwide, but I predominantly am speaking to Americans on my channel. I have a few people. Hello to my Canadian friends, and hello to my friends in the United Kingdom. I think that covers it. But predominantly speaking, we've had some things happen here that are disturbing in our country, and then of course the whole world is going through pandemic. So we have that extra stress on top of life's everyday stresses, which can be out the wazoo stressful in the first place. Okay, so then we've added this other layer. And then you're trying to change your lifestyle, which we know can be very stressful. There is not a better time to do it. There is not a better time to take care of yourself than today in the midst of all this. And you don't have to be perfect. We do not have to do this perfectly. We can give ourselves some grace. There is a learning curve. Over on my Facebook group, a lot of people are like learning this, like, oh, this is new. I haven't done calorie counting or whatever. And a lot of people are having great successes. And I'm sure those people that have lost 7 pounds in a week in a couple months may not lose anything or may gain. And they're going to have to make the decision to stick with it. There is no better time to take care of yourself, period. So if last night you ate your arm, and I've had a lot of you guys message me and say, hey, Amy, I ate my arm. Okay, that's okay. It's, let's keep going. Let's not give up on ourselves. We need to be there for ourselves and for the people around us. And because I know you guys out there and I have such a great group of positive, amazing, loving people, the world needs you around. We need the good people to not bail. So please take care of yourselves. We need good people. And I have put my faith in all of you to fix things. And you can't do that if you're not doing well physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Okay? We got to fix some stuff. So please don't give up on yourselves. If you had a few bad days, so what? Track them and move on. If you didn't track, so what? Hit done logging and move on to the next day. The cool thing about the Lose It app is there's a little button that we can move over that says done logging. I love that button. You can undo it as well. You can move it back over and say, no, I'm not done logging. I'm going to go eat my arm. And then I'm going to be done logging again. The point is, don't give up on yourself after a couple of weeks of trying to change your lifestyle. It's going to take a while. This switching plans becomes a pattern. It is unhealthy. It's just going to mess you up in the long run. A plan is a plan. Work the plan. Pick something and work it. Dedicate yourself to it. I'm like 2021. What are we going to do in 2021? We're going to count calories. I have a great app. I have a great support system. I know what to eat. I know, how to move and what I can do and what my capabilities are. Let's commit ourselves to something. I don't care what you commit yourself to as long as it's healthy out there, but just give yourself some time and do it. Don't jump off plan. I don't want to see any of you guys jumping off plan 2 weeks into it. Okay, don't do that to yourselves. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. So Brandy says, I've never tracked like I have this week. I'm proud of me. You should be. Oh my gosh, tracking is foundational. And the last couple of days, I've eaten over 2,000 calories because we were traveling and we had some sushi and we had hamburgers and we had whatever. I just tracked it. I got a lot of steps in. One day I got close to 13,000. One day I got 11,000. Today, even with traveling, I got 9,000 steps. I drank a lot of water. I picked out really healthy foods and things that I liked. And I just, took care of myself. And the cool thing is that I was having some refueling, some emotional refueling with my husband. And I love the beach. I'm such a water person that just being there and walking on the beach was so great. Just to have some silence. I'm just soaking the silence in, which meant I stepped back from social media. You guys, if you're over on my social media, you saw that I stepped back and also just really practice a lot of gratitude for what I do have in this time, in this moment. And I recognize that you guys are such a blessing and a gift to me. So it was important to do that. And then I also deleted and blocked a lot of people. So it's all good. Let's see who's in here and what you guys are up to. Hi, Lou. How are you, my friend? And my friend Tracy's in here. True Treats, Joe, Donna, Rosie, Molly's in here. Deb's in here. Hello, friend. I'm glad that my mouth has caught up with what I'm saying. Maria's in here. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Danielle. We got lots of people in here. Hi, Heidi Cook. Nancy Dunn's in here. Lou says it's been a bumpy couple of weeks. That is an understatement, my friend. Happy Elf is in here. I did go to Trader Joe's today. So on our way back from where we were at, there was a Penzeys. If you guys don't know what Penzeys is, I love Penzeys spices. There was a Penzeys and there was a Trader Joe's. And we went in, excuse me, I knew I was going to cough. We went in and picked up a few things. Some of my favorites from Trader Joe's. I love their pita chips and their hummus and, just got some different like fruits and veggies and things like that. I don't know. We don't live anywhere near a Trader Joe's. Our closest one is a couple hours away. So that was really fun to pick up some things and to just look at the calories. I know one of my friends said over on my Facebook group, it's so easy to grocery shop because you just pick something up and you're like, oh, this has, well, I don't even know. This is NAC. Let's see how many calories. None. But you can just look at the ingredients and say, oh, that fits within my calorie budget. Or no, I would never eat one of those cookies for 700 calories. So I'm not going to buy it. I mean, it's so easy. You guys remember the Otis Spunkmeyer muffins? And it was like you pick up a muffin and it's like 3 servings and each serving is like 500 calories. You just know I'm not going to budget that into my life right now. Some of you guys with calorie counting also, you're doing kind of the little Weight Watcher trick that we've talked about in the past of eating some lower calories on the lower end of your calories and saving some for the weekend. I think any way that you want to do your plan. When I set up my Lose It app, I did light activity, okay? And then I set my settings for half a pound. Then I went back in, I did it for a pound, and then I went back in and I did it for 2 pounds. So I looked at the calories for each level of that, and that gave me a calorie count roughly from about 1,500 to about 2,000. And that's my area of play right now. Now I weigh in on Mondays. And so last Monday, my first job was to get that weight off from like Christmas and all the goodies from Christmas and all that. So my next weigh in is on Monday, and I can take into account that I did go out of town and we ate out and all that. But that I got some activity, and we'll see how I did with that. And then I can look back and evaluate and say, okay, that didn't work so well, or that worked great. I don't know. We just don't know yet. I don't have the data. But it sounds like you guys are coming up with a lot of ways to work the plan that's working for you. Give it some time. Barb, I got so many steps. I had a wonderful time. So that was a real blessing. We'd had that trip planned for a while and we weren't sure what, right now, nobody really knows what they can do day to day. So if you do get to do something, you just feel so blessed. And the area that we went to, it was interesting because people were wearing masks, even like outside on the beach, riding their bikes, running, walking their dogs, things like that. We had, it was pretty empty though, because it is, January. So we had huge stretches of beach with no one around, which was just glorious and wonderful. So let's see. Lots of you guys have gotten off of Twitter. Ditch the negativity. Brandy, I love that. You know what? If it's not serving you and it's putting you in a bad headspace and it's messing with your life, why? Like, why? Just get rid of it. You don't need it. There's so many great places to go on the internet that are edifying and full of people that are just good people, the good peoples, people building each other up instead of tearing each other down. So one of the other things I did find was the Lose It blog. So if you type in loseitblog.com, I'll put it over here in the comments. In the Lose It app, you get daily tasks if you want to participate in those. There's always a really great article. If you want a daily weigh-in, you can. You don't have to. There's just like a lot of little tasks that you can do. And the Lose It blog actually has like great success stories and amazing articles. I just read a really great article today. I posted it over on my Facebook page on the health at any size sort of information that's out there. And they had a very balanced, interesting, thought-provoking article. So I would definitely recommend that. Anybody can go look at it, I believe. I mean, I don't know, but I think so. It looked like it was just open to the public. So go check that out. Let's see. Molly Nicole says, highly recommend following Black Liturgies on Instagram for positivity. I will go check that out, Molly. Thank you so much for the idea. Dorian, check that. Yeah, check the Lose It blog out if you're looking for more positive, more information on nutrition and health. I mean, there's a lot of cool articles over there and a lot of great success stories. I know that really builds me up, especially when I'm going through learning something new. I love to see the success stories. And Kathy's drinking a Blue Moon light beer. Awesome. 3 points, 95 calories. I didn't know it only had 95 calories. I love a Blue Moon. Yes, you can even work beer into your plan. And that's really any healthy plan you should be able to work in just like normal everyday foods. I talked about this over on Facebook today. My husband was with me and we did just like a little vlog after lunch. And he really enjoyed going out to lunch with me today. We went and we got hamburgers. And I say hamburger, I actually got a veggie burger because I wanted one, not because I couldn't have the hamburger, but they had a hand-formed veggie patty with all kinds of vegetables on a homemade bun, and I had sweet potato fries. I love eating like that. And of course, he got the huge, cheeseburger or whatever. But when we first got to this place and we were picking our food up, he asked me the question that he always asked me, which was, can you eat here? And this was the first time I really kind of paused because I think it was the first time I was like, yeah, I can eat anywhere. I can go eat anywhere that you want to go eat at. And I'm talking about myself, guys, but I think I've restricted things so much. I was always trying to find the lowest point thing, and I would have a lot of anxiety when we would go out to eat, especially somewhere new where I didn't know if I'd be able to find like really low point. And what if I can't find the points? And what if I can't? And then trying to find like something on MyFitnessPal that would kind of fit in it and then calculate the points. It was very stressful for me. So I was always going somewhere where I could order the most basic thing, like salmon and a salad, chicken breast and a salad. You know what I mean? And I'm just talking about myself. Okay. We go to a lot of mom and pop. We like to try out new places. We don't like to just always go to the same chain place. And sometimes it's really hard to find the points or whatever in these databases for the mom and pop places. So you really have to find an equivalent. And thankfully, this place had their calories, and I also was able to kind of find some stuff that was like a little bit higher, just so that I made sure that I was covered for the day. But it really did kind of strike me as something really like healthy about the fact that my husband and I can just go out and I'm not so stressed out about it. And he even said, like, you're not gonna, he said something like, I liked it because you're not bugging me about it. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah. He's like, we could just order. We could eat the same thing if we wanted to. And I realized, like, how many years have I always had to like do my own thing? It just feels really nice to just count calories and just be kind of like normal about it, you guys. Okay. That's all I'm going to say. I'm enjoying it is what I'm trying to tell you. So good night, Dorian. Fern says, yes, so freeing that we can eat anywhere. What? So yeah, very interesting. That maybe some of you guys are having some of the same experiences. Let's see if there's anything else over here. Otherwise, I'm going to check out. Ruth says, yes, I hear that a lot from my two here. I can have what I want and work it in, but I know what you mean. It feels restraining. Yeah. And it probably, I'm going to take accountability and say, maybe I wasn't doing things right, but I've done Weight Watchers for so long that it was sort of ingrained in me that I needed to eat as low point as possible. And I would be very uncomfortable if I couldn't. it was just uncomfortable for me. And I feel like I'm getting loose and enjoying my food and enjoying my activity, and I'm not stressing so much about it. So it's been really, really fun. We had hamburgers for lunch. Then I came home. I made myself a big salad when we got home. I had a big salad with chicken breast and the light Olive Garden Italian dressing and my evil cheese. If you guys have watched my channel for a long time, you know what that is. So we'll talk more about that later. But, so I had a nice big salad, and it was like, this is a really cool trade-off for having my hamburger, my veggie burger, and my sweet potato fries this afternoon. I don't know. It was a good day in terms of food. And I got a huge walk-in this morning on the beach, which coffee, beach, burgers, just can't beat that right now. So, let's see. Mora says, what are you saying? 2 YouTubers is very sad. Keep going, Amy. Aw, thank you. Thank you, Andrea. I am going to keep going. I'm not going to stop. You guys, if you do like my videos, give me a thumbs up. It helps to have some positive feedback, because we do tend to get negative feedback when we do share our lives here on YouTube. And I'm sure it's just what you would call like a troll or somebody that doesn't really know me. But I had some people said some hateful things to me this week, and you try to let it like bounce off you, but I think I'm feeling really sensitive this week. And talking about this puts you in a vulnerable position, because it's hard to talk about, so thanks guys for listening and being so kind. I want to say 99.9% of you guys are always supportive and so sweet to me, and I really appreciate it. And there's always going to be that kind of stuff if you do something like this. So thanks, Ruth. Deb, thank you. Vicky says, what are you talking about, Vicky? I ate mostly 0 points because it took all my points for cereal and milk, etc. Right. Yes, I had days like that too, Vicky. I know what you're talking about. And it was always hard to start the day in a deficit. So I always felt like I had to eat like a 0 point breakfast in order to have something kind of normal for dinner. I just always felt like I was in a weird place with that. I get it. So, but those of us that love Weight Watchers, we love Weight Watchers. Those of us that prefer the calorie counting right now, that's what we're doing. And we are just going to be supportive and continuing on. So again, I'm doing the Lose It app. Today I completed day 13 of tracking on Lose It. So almost 2 weeks in, and I'm loving it. The app is so cute. It gives you really cute, like little, like if you've lost weight, it gives you just cute little flashes of like little characters, and it kind of tells you congratulations. And I'm loving the articles on there. I feel like it's interactive, but not to the point of like distracting from the rest of your life. It's just like fun, interactive. Very, very easy to use. The scanner has been great. The database has been great. I don't have any complaints about the app, so I'm really enjoying it. All right, you guys take care. Stay in orbit. Thanks, Lou. Let me know how you're doing. I know a lot of you guys weigh in on Fridays and Saturdays. I would love to hear about any plan that you're on. Please let me know what you're doing. I do have a couple of vlogs I'm going to try to get edited tomorrow and put some things up for you guys. And we'll go back to trying to check in every day. I just took a couple days off, and it was good for my mental health. So you guys take care. Stay in orbit. Bye.